Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Banner Boy Games back with another video, and today I want to talk about the pros and cons of working a government IT job. This will be part one. I may be doing a part two if I come up with some more pros and cons, but starting off with the pros: security. Usually people tend to think of government jobs as secure, and a lot of times they are. It's not 100% secure. No job, whether government or corporate, is 100% secure, because at any given moment, you can lose your job. But for the most part, the government jobs tend to be stable. For the most part. Another good thing that I would say is the holidays off. You definitely get a lot of, the big holidays off. If you don't get all, a lot of times it's not unheard of to get reasonably almost all of them off. Another good thing that I would say is when you work a government job, sometimes it's easier to move to a different government agency, or from one government job to another government job. It's a lot easier because you already have government job experience, as I like to say. So sometimes it's a little bit easier to move from one government agency or type of government job to another one, especially if you're having trouble trying to move up in your current government job. It's a little bit easier to get hired on at another government job. What I'm trying to say. The cons. Okay, let me take my time on this one. The cons, or the negatives, would be low pay compared to corporate jobs. I've seen this happen quite a few times, to where if you compare a government role with a similar role in corporate, a lot of times the government role is going to pay less, just being honest with you. Also too, with a government job, sometimes you're supporting proprietary software versus corporate. A lot of times you can support proprietary software, but a lot of times in corporate, you're going to be using software and hardware and tools basically that are industry standards, and you're going to be working with the latest and greatest a lot of times in corporate, versus a government job, like I say, is proprietary. And a lot of these government jobs, they've been doing the same thing the same way for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So it's kind of hard to come in there and tell them, okay, this is how you believe something should be done, because a lot of times these government jobs, basically they get stuck in their old ways and old methodology, which kind of sucks. And also, with that being said, since you're using a lot of outdated or proprietary software tools and so forth, sometimes it's hard for those skills to translate back over into corporate. Like if you're trying to translate over back into corporate from a government job, since you've been using like a lot of outdated technologies or methods or way of doing things, sometimes those skills don't really transfer over too good to corporate. And I've seen this happen before, because like I say, working for the school district, having, even though that's a local government job, if you want to say, I've been through interviews with recruiters, and some of those things that I do in a government job, they really don't translate too well over to a corporate. Because like I say, you're working with older technology, you're doing things the old way and not the latest industry standards, which in some cases have kind of hindered me getting certain opportunities back to corporate, which I'm trying to transition back into. So that's the downside about working a government job. Also too, with government jobs, going back to that security thing, which is also can be a con too. So you have pros and cons for the security. Since I say it is secure, usually the people with the government jobs tend to hang on to those jobs for a long time until they retire, which makes it hard for the newcomers and new people coming in to move up. Because like I say, the people usually tend to hold on to the higher level positions or the higher paid positions until they retire. So if you're a newcomer trying to move up, it's not impossible, but it makes it a little challenging to move up. So that's just a quick little video and some pros and cons of working a government IT job that I want to make. Like I said, if I do think of anything else, I will be doing a part two to this video. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.